Hi, I'm Dave, and you probably know me from RPG A Day and things like that. Over the last few weeks, I've been doing unboxing videos because, I thought it'd be good to have a look inside some of the products that have been coming out, just to give you an idea of what there is, and also it would take the focus off of looking at my face. Isn't that much better? Actually getting to see some cool products rather than staring at my gormless mug. So the first one did okay. It was the Doctors and Daleks box set. I did another one on the Walking Dead universe RPG, and I don't think anybody watched that one, which is a bit of a shame. But I thought, hey, let's do another one anyway. What's the harm? I thought I'd do something a bit different because everybody does these unboxing videos of cool new things. And so I thought, hey, let's unbox something that I haven't opened for maybe 20 years. They just announced a new Indiana Jones video game. So I thought, hey, Indiana Jones. I used to love that RPG. And I know it got a lot of flack. And it inspired the Diana Jones Award because it was, yeah. Anyway, I loved the TSR Indiana Jones RPG. And it's stupid, really, because, anyway. But I've still got it. And it's still boxed up. And I thought, I'll open it and see what it's like after all these many, many years. We used to play this an awful lot. I'm sure my gaming group hated me for it. But yeah, I loved playing it. Let's have a look at inside. My incredibly dusty, oh God, look at that. We should have dusted. My incredibly dusty TSR Adventures of Indiana Jones game. Okay, so there it is. It's very dusty. It's really beaten up. I bought this when it first came out. I'm gonna dust it off a bit. There we go. Isn't that better? Yes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I bought this when it first came out because I love licensed RPGs. It's something that I've always had that thing with. My very first RPG gaming was Traveller, and I was always disappointed it wasn't Star Wars because I just wanted to play Star Wars. So I've always loved licensed RPGs, from Ghostbusters to Star Wars, and straight on to Buffy. God, I love the Buffy one. But anyway, the Indiana Jones RPG came out, oh God, I dread to think what year this came out. It's got a copyright 84 Lucasfilm on it. So there we go. This is the box set. It's really worn out. But this is my original set from God knows how long ago. So let's have a look. As I say, I haven't looked in this for so many years. So first of all is the main rulebook, which got so much use. It has a very yellow sellotape holding the edge down. Oh God, I played this so much. Anyway, okay, so there we go. Look, oh look, attribute ratings and check results. Bad break, lucky break. Oh, it's all coming flooding back now. Oh God, what a game. I used to love this. Okay, so let's have a quick flick through. Just a quickie anyway. So, oh, look at that. It's still held together with tape. Oh, man. Anyway, so yes, this is the good old days when it was black and white or brown and white on the cover. So this was, back when TSR had a like UK address and everything. Oh my God. Okay, so let's have a quick flick. So a little introduction section on how to play it, what's included. I don't think the dice are still in here. I think they've gone into my big pot of dice somewhere. Oh, there's some tape edges there where I've taped up some tears. I always remember this spread with him doing that pointy finger. It was great. Because this was basically everything you needed to know. the attributes and things. So they had strength, movement, prowess, backbone, instinct, and appeal, and they were all rated from 1 to 100. And then you had attribute modifiers. Punch. Oh yes, and it broke down the. Blimey. I'm hoping this is all getting in. I should make sure this is all central to the camera. There we go. But yeah, I always remember this because it broke down. Each chapter was punctuated by like an example episode, and how to run the game. Oh, that was really cool. That's a really good idea. I have to remember that. Okay, so after that was a bit of combat because there's lots of combat. Punchy. Decide who goes first. Who would go first? I don't know. In any order, you decide. The referee starts asking. And there's the make an attribute check. Determine level of damage. It says there, the character's action works. He may cause damage to the poor clod on the receiving end. The poor clod on the receiving end. You don't hear the word clod very often. Okay. So types of combat, brawly things, shooty, taking cover, fighting animals. Great. Goons and villains, and then an episode 2 bit which shows you how to do combat. This is great. Of course, the one thing that you will notice in here is there's no character creation, because there wasn't any, at least not in the original book and box set anyway. Character creation came a bit later, so we'll probably get to that fairly soon. Right, so we have movement and vehicle performance. Look at that. Oh, red line speed. That's when you're driving too fast and the vehicle could go out of control. Accident results. Oh man, this really was ahead of its time, wasn't it? Chases. I will come to the chases in a minute because I have a very fond memory of how the chase system worked in this. It was really good. So there we go, episode 3, which runs you through how chases work. So we've got cronies and contacts, how to deal with NPCs, torture. Now, if you get that reference, you're as old as I am. Alcohol and drugs, and then you get a little bit about how to meet guards and talking to people and getting interrogated and stuff. So looking up your knowledges. Archaeology, driving, entertainment, heavy weapons, hot wiring. Good old Denham Elliot. There we go. Oh, I had to put little reinforcers on the staples in the middle there just to hold the book together because it got so much flicking through. Vehicle stats. Falling, drowning, fires. Explosives and poisons. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? So goals and getting player points, and you can spend player points to reduce your wounds. Travel times and a timeline for the 1930s. There we go. What actually happens. Oh, it's like bold events are real world, and then the ones that aren't has got lesser things. Is it lesser? I don't know. Doesn't look that lesser, but it also includes timelines of when Indiana Jones does things. Archaeological sites around the world. Legendary sites, and what the referee does. Bloody Nazis. And a bit of an example, and then finishing off the example adventure. Cool, huh? And then there's a little bit about the 3D figures. I'll come to that later too. And a basic chase flowchart, which I thought was a work of genius because it meant that you could move into various locations and drive around or run corridors, or these could work as streets, and you had hazards for when and you had a little hazard table for what random hazard there was, and yeah, it just worked really cool. But they improved that as well, but we'll come to it in a second. And also included in the box was this. So you had scores from 0 to 60, or scores from 120 to 61. And then you slid down a thing depending on what your normal rating was for your attribute. Let's say you're pretty rubbish like me, so 42. Let's go 42. That's a good number. So you put that little thing there, and then it would say, oh, have I got this wrong way around? No, it's the right way around. So 42, 0 to 96 on your dice roll would be brown, which is a bad break. And then 96 to 43 would be no damage if you or a miss. But a 42 to 22 would be a light damage. So yeah, basically. And then the lower you get, the better it goes. So a 21. Oh, I see now. There's something jamming it from sliding into its exact position. It's supposed to be a little bit further over. But yes. So a 21 to 11, would you do extra damage? Or a 10 to 6 would be a serious damage. And then of course you've got your lucky break, which is always that top bracket of 5. See? Not that difficult, but hey, cool little slidey thing to make things easier for you so you don't have to try and do maths, because maths is always a pain. So also in my box is the rest of the stuff that I bought, because I bought everything for this, unfortunately. So I bought the Judges Survival Pack, which I thought was genius because it actually had character creation in it. So character creation, and then it had this stuff for random ruins, which I absolutely loved because I could never come up with things. So all I had to do was roll dice, and you could create a complete map. It'd tell you the walls are pillars, and I don't know, the walls are crumbling, or the pillars are huge, or there's a well-crafted fountain in it, and then oh yeah, look, this was great. And then I could look up traps and obstacles and cool balancing rocks, or solar calendars, or unknown stuff like ESP, conspiracies, UFOs. See, look, UFOs were in here well before Crystal Skull. See, people who dissed Crystal Skull, you know, it was here long before that film. And then there were some more elaborate chase flow charts. So you had city streets and countryside ones, and you had the inside a building, main floor, mid floor, rooftops, and there were steps, so you could go from the levels, and oh my god, it's genius. And then there's a bit about how hieroglyphics and runes and everything, and spicing up chases over there as well. And then some sample rune maps, which are great. And then a bit more about assembling three-dimensional figures. We've got to come to that, haven't we? It's coming any second now. So before we go much further, I will. Oh look, there's a character sheet for Wuhan. Oh great. He was yeah, David Yip. I'm trying to remember now. My memory. Ooh. There's a bit of a building, and there's a bit of railway, and these are some bits that I have not put together. Oh, okay. I don't know what those were. Anyway, each of the bits had a cool addition by having three-dimensional models. And I'm going to do all the three-dimensional models at the end because it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so also in here I've got the GM screen, which has also suffered quite heavily from some sellotape incidents, which have really faded. Don't worry, it was supposed to be a little bit brown around the edges to make it look weathered, but I've made it even more weathered by putting tape over it. So yeah, that was the GM screen on that side. The tape was mostly because I use this screen for everything, even other games. So I ended up putting handy reference sheets up there, and because I'm an idiot, I just sellotaped them on. And on the outside there were some scenery bits that you could put at the back of your, I should put it that way up so you can actually see them, that you could put yeah, in the background of your 3D model environments for when you're having your combats and stuff. Cool, huh? Right, so what else came in here? There's a map of the world, which tells you how much it costs and how long it takes to get so far on the scale. So you just sort of measure, and it's like, oh, that's going to take by sea, it's going to take 5 days by boat to get from there to there, and it's going to cost you $300. That's really useful. And then there's a bit for putting your little 3D doodahs on. So in here, look, Tracy Hickman. Blimey, I didn't realise Tracy Hickman did this. Okay, so the first modules that came out for it were the movie ones. So we started with Temple of Doom, because I guess chronologically. Oh no. This must have come out of somewhere. Oh yeah, this came out in the middle of, oh no. There's the thing about, there's an evidence file for the adventure. There's some prompts. Oh my god, I haven't looked at this for so long. Okay, what else is in here? There's some, oh no, this is a different, that's a whole different game. That one's Raiders of the Lost Ark one. Oh blimey, what are these? Oh, there's Salah's character sheet, and there's Jock. Jock really didn't get to do much in the film, did he? Except fly a plane. Anyway, where are we? We're still in Temple of Doom. So Temple of Doom had, there's your backdrop for the temple, for your 3D doodahs. But you had like a little scripty bit to start you up, and you had some cool maps, Club Obi-Wan, and the wilderness. Oh, it's nice. It's a huge map. It's got a really big picture of Harrison Ford in there, which is always good. And then you had your maps for the temple itself. There's the lava pit and the bit where they lower people down, and then there's the mines and the caverns bit there where they fight and end up on the mining cars. Oh, look, this is great. And then you just got the adventure, which takes you basically through scene by scene for running the movie as The Nightmare of Kalima. Temple of Doom, I have to say, and I know this, I'm going to get some flack for this, Temple of Doom is easily my favourite Indiana Jones film. I loved that film so much, I bought it on rental VHS, and it cost me a fortune. I had to save up, I think it was about 80 quid, and this was in the 80s, so I paid it off in installments anyway. So there's a similar one for Raiders of the Lost Ark, which has got, oh, there's the other character sheets which came with the main set, Marion and Indy. Put those with those, and then there's the playmat for the airstrip where the plane goes round, and there's the flat versions just in case you don't want to make models. Well, let's just hope this all works still, and apologies for any background hums, but it's because I'm having to charge the camera at the same time as doing this. Okay, so other NPC sheets. Oh, there's the bit where they open the thing, and that's the Nazi base and the Well of Souls. Oh, I've got another one of those. Excellent. That's always handy. Always need two of those. And then there's the actual adventure itself for running Raiders of the Lost Ark. See? Great stuff. Wham! No, you shouldn't have opened it. Anyway, so that's Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then there were some other adventures, because this all came out before Last Crusade. So there was the Crystal Death. And this is where it gets really bizarre, because there's all the stuff for the characters and the NPCs, and cool, exciting. But there's also a bit which you're supposed to use a bit of red gel over to actually see where things are. You get used to this. It gets weird. So Crystal Death, and there's the Golden Goddess, which is a solo adventure. So all of the text is like that, and you needed to look through a little bit of red gel to actually see what you were doing, so you couldn't cheat. And there's the Nepal Nightmare. I won't flick through that one because these are all fairly similar. And the Fourth Nail, which, if I remember rightly, a lot of these came from some of the comic strips, if I remember rightly. I'm sure some of these are the same plots as the comic strips. Cool. So there we go. That's all of those. So I said that I'd have a quick look at the 3D models, because they were weird and wacky, and they did quite a good job of being miniatures without you needing to buy miniatures, basically. So I'll pop all this back in here. Oh, this box is shedding. So instead of having miniatures, we had little cardboard things, and there's so many of them. I've got bags of these things. Oh, sod that. There's more scenery and things like that in there. So basically you had all the characters on three-dimensional pieces of folded card. So there's Marion. Cool. So you had side, side, back side. But it meant that from above you could see which direction they were pointing in. Perfect. So I don't know who that's supposed to be. There's some focus. You're not going to focus. No, okay, we'll do it that way. There you go. So she should have some longer trousers. Oh, there's Ronald Lacey and Willie Scott, Salah. There's the plane. There's the plane. The plane has seen better days. The plane has lost some of its wings, and part of its propellers busted, and it's lost its back. But the vehicles were designed so that, let's have a look. So I've got one wheel on the motor. Oh no, there's the other wheels on the motorcycle. They're on the bottom there. But yes, these were designed so that you could sit the miniatures in the vehicles. They could drive it. Look, there's Salah driving a sidecar, and Willie's sitting in it. This is great. Perfect stuff. Hey, what more could you want? It's just really funny. So we had some bits of wall and some tents, and and this is great. Look at this. Look at this. This is water, so that you could put in a trap thing, and then when the characters were in the water, you could raise the water level up. Oh no, help me! Brilliant! How good! Oh, so cool! Oh dear. So, who else have we got in here? Oh, we have Nazi TM. For some strange reason. There's the other wing for the plane. Oh no, it's so broken. Jock's not going to be very happy with that. And some fire. Oh yeah, used to slot that into one of the wall effect things, because you had these little doors, these cool doors. This is great, really good. This is dude with a hat, looks like a cowboy, and there's a Ponce with the red coat on. I think that might be Milo's custom-made character, who didn't quite get the gist of it should be the backside on the flap. Horse. See, there's a horse, and it's got little grooves cut out of it, so you could put the characters on the horse. Oh no, I pointed it the wrong way. Sorry, Marion. There we go. So you could put the characters on the horse. And somebody spent ages doing these, designing them, and coming up with the idea, and bookcases, little bookcases. And there's Indy. Indy. Whoop. No. Dropped him on the floor. But he's used to falling a long way. So what else have we got? I think that's about it in that one. There's a weird seesaw event thing going on with some train tracks for the mine carts, and there are some characters in here that don't belong in Indiana Jones. There's Molaram. Yeah, who the hell's that? Why have I got? I don't even. Oh, they're paranoia figures. Oh blimey! I told you I hadn't looked in here for a very long time. I don't know why I've got paranoia figures in here, and they will have been from. Oh no! Look, there's a crate with a Nazi symbol on it, and some scenery, and a big dude going ah. Oh, there must be another paranoia figure. It is, and a robot. Okay, so there you go. That was basically it. They had really cool three-dimensional models. There's a German stuffed car in there somewhere. There it is, and more bits of the plane. I think there's that's the truck from Raiders of the Lost Ark that you can hang the characters off the front. But yeah, there we go. That's hilarious. I loved the Indiana Jones RPG so much. And when it first came out and I got the box set and it didn't have character creation in it, I spent forever creating my own character creation rules for it. and typing them all up, and then I illustrated it all with cutouts from there was a free newspapery magazine that used to get the cinema called Flicks, and it had some illustrations from Indiana Jones in it and some pics, and so I illustrated it with things from that or from other movies that just could have tied in. And yeah, I've got that somewhere as well, probably hidden away. Yeah, love the Indiana Jones RPG. I know a lot of my players would probably gripe and complain and say that it was terrible and it had a really bad system and that I made them play it too much. But I loved it. And very strangely, despite my love of West End games, I never bought the World of Indiana Jones RPG that West End did. I think it was a master book game. But yeah, never tried that. I'd like to. It's a shame they haven't done another one. Would be good. Maybe. You never know. Okay, so that's me playing with little cardboard figures. So you can have little indie punching Nazis like that. I hope you enjoyed. It's very silly, and it was nice having a look through some of the games that I haven't really opened for many years. I'd like to do some more. I don't know what else I could do. If you have any ideas, let me know. I kind of like to do Star Frontiers, but I sold it. But I know the person who still has it, possibly. I could open up the first edition West End Star Wars, or possibly the Xena and Hercules RPG, which I've got squirreled away somewhere. We could flick through some of the really old and weird RPGs I've got upstairs, like Price of Freedom. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for games that I might have still from the olden times, yeah, add a comment or something like that, and I'll see if I've got it, and we can do a little unboxing and try and get the dust off of those books and boxes as well. Until next time, I will try and charge the camera in time before the next one, and stay safe and stay multi-classy.